What is bionanotechnology? We can start by breaking it down. Everybody knows that bio stands for biology, which is the study of plants and insects and animals and basically all of life on this planet. Next up is nano, which is short for nanometer, which is equal to 1/100000th of a meter. Now, I'm always totally amazed by the diversity of life at the macro scale, but something that I think makes life even more amazing and more elegant in a way is that when you zoom into the nanometer scale, it turns out that we're all made of the exact same tiny bits of stuff. Things like DNA and proteins and sugars and fats. Basically, nature has taken just a handful of really versatile building blocks and just figured out how to arrange them in so many different ways to solve pretty much every problem that you can imagine. Now, you can talk about 1/100000th of a meter, and of course that sounds like a really small distance, but it's not necessarily easy to understand how small that really is. So I like to use a US penny as a visual aid to connect the concept of a nanometer to something tangible that you can actually hold in your hands. If you look at the back of a shiny new penny, it probably has some kind of Captain America shield on it. But if you look at a slightly older penny, it shows the Lincoln Memorial. And right in the middle of the memorial, there's a tiny Abraham Lincoln. And if you can imagine tiny Abraham Lincoln's eyelash, it would have about a diameter of 100 nanometers. So next time you come across a penny, take a look at the back, and maybe you could try to imagine that small scale. So now we know bio, we know nano. What about technology? I like to think of technology as what we get when we take all of our knowledge from science and engineering and harness it for some purpose. So in the field of bionanotechnology, we're taking the building blocks of life, and specifically the nanoscale building blocks, and trying to invent new ways of putting them together for useful applications.